Records presenting Sounds of the Future. I'm Rena Romano, your hostess. This evening, I take great pride in presenting our guests, Billy Nichols and Andre Saunders, who have produced Give Your Body Up to the Music. Good evening, Billy.
Hi, Rena.
How are you?
Fine.
We've sat next to each other on a teleprompter many times before, but never have I interviewed you as a singer. How does it feel?
It feels good. Right? It feels good.
Your record now is 45 on the disco charts.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see this week.
So was I. I was very happy. Well, you know, this is my first record that I've sang on. I produced several other people, but this time I'm doing it myself.
Right. You produced Do It Till You're Satisfied for the BT Express.
Well, I didn't produce that. I wrote that.
I'm sorry, you wrote that.
Yes, I wrote that.
And,
but I later on produced the group, BT Express.
Right.
And shouted out.
Mm-hmm. And did you have anything to do with Can't Stop Groovin'?
I wrote it for BT Express.
As far as the production?
Production-wise, not really, no. As far as arrangement, quite a bit of the arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
But, I didn't produce it.
So now this is a whole new vehicle for you in singing your own material. And West End Records, actually they're West End Music Industries Incorporated, signed you several months ago.
That's right.
When they heard this new material that you presented to them. And tell us what happened after that. It kind of all skyrocketed after that happened.
Well, that part of it, as far as the record company itself getting involved, my producer, Andre, is more responsible
Hi, Andre.
for that particular side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was the artist, you know, and we... That's a funny thing about this, as a matter of fact. I want to tell this part of the story about this particular record.
Go right ahead while I get my microphone back intact here.
Yes. Well, what happened? Like this record. Originally, we started out to produce a girl, right, Andre?
Right.
We started out to produce this female vocalist who we liked very much. You know, she sang very well. And what happened is we set up the studio time and everything. We got everything just right. And last minute, she declined. She didn't want to do it. She decided she didn't want to, for some reason or other. So at this time, I kind of panicked, and I had to tell Andre, who had set this whole thing up, you know.
Right. Well, what happened is that Billy Nichols is a genius. That's how I looked at it. He had done a number of things that a lot of people weren't aware of. And my whole plan was
like friends like this.
My whole plan was to get him in the studio as a vocalist anyway. But the artist in mind, the one we're talking about now, that was an artist that Billy Nichols had been working with already. And we were both shocked, though, when she had decided that for business reasons she couldn't do it. So I said, aha, this is my chance to get Billy. So when we put the rhythm section down, I said to Billy, I said, listen, you must put a vocal down so the other people can play along with it and know where you're going to be coming from lyric-wise. And when he did that, well, I took the record out and I showed it around to people, and they were amazed that Billy Nichols could sing. They were amazed.
Well,
and the deal was very, very easy to get. It really was. Because
I certainly wasn't amazed because a year before that, I had heard quite a bit of material that he played for me of things that he had produced and sung on.
Right, but
so I think he was heading in that direction right along.
Right, it's that the other people in the business, they were the ones that were dumbfounded because they knew him as a hit songwriter. Mm-hmm. He was musical director for Marvin Gaye as well as for Two Gentlemen Verona when we first started out. Right. They knew him in that capacity. They knew him in the capacity of a producer, once again the BT Express. But no one knew that he could sing as well, and this was the thing that I wanted to bring to light. Mm-hmm. And once again, it was very easy to get the deal.
It really took you to do it, Andre, because I think you have a certain insight, and I think that originally when I first started my show, Andre was one of the first people that I had on the air with his group called Friction. And he in turn had introduced me to Billy. So you've had a very good feel for people in the industry and a feel for who's going to make it and who isn't.
Well, I've been in the business a long, long time.
I'll just say this. Let me say this, Renee, about what Andre said. He didn't say the whole story. Like, he did engineer the session. You know, he did engineer as well as co-produce it, you know, along with myself. So he'd been talking mostly about me, but I see the great things in him that he's done, you know, and his contribution to this would not have made this record possible.
Right.
His contribution was great. So, Andre.
I'm well aware of that.
Well,
you know, I just want him to bring this out. He's bringing this out about me, but he has a lot to
I've
do
got a
with,
concept a concept that would be along the lines of marketing, but it's a marriage of talents, because Billy does the same thing that I do and vice versa, and all I did was to go around really and make the deal, really, and that's the thing that is the hardest part about the business, because people don't realize that it is a business, and the music business is a very, very lucrative business for anyone that's willing to look at it as like the corner drugstore. You have the same marketing principles.
Dealing with people and pleasing the market of people. And
Correct, but not only that, but it's we are professionals. Billy, he's a great singer, but he has been a major contributing force to the kinds of music and in the business for quite a time. The only thing that we're doing now is that we're doing it independently for ourselves, and we're reaching out to other people and marrying that talent as well. As a matter of fact, one of the new things that Billy Nichols has done is he has produced a record on yours truly, Rena Romano.
Right.
See, once again, a lot of people didn't know that Rena Romano sang very well.
I've tried, you know, through the course of my show, I've tried to present it to the public and brought forth myself occasionally, not in the light that I would have wanted to, until just recently with the new material that Billy and I, that Billy produced me on, and he wrote for me. So I think that finally all of our time is coming. It's coming into focus, and it's just kind of a natural thing that was meant to happen.
It is. But there's quite a few people out there who are multi-talented. That's really what Billy Nichols is. He's sort of an octopus. He does everything, and it's wonderful. Did you know that Billy Nichols sits in his apartment when he gets an idea, and he plays the bass, he plays the guitar, he plays the keyboard, he does all the claps himself, does all the background and lead vocals, and he has a little machine called a rhythm ace that he presses the button on, and it becomes a drum. And when Billy Nichols says, "Hey, this is my latest idea," he has done everything on it. And that's the amazing thing. That's what just flipped me out.
Well,
Billy Nichols.
Let me tell you something about it. That's very easy to do when you're doing it all yourself.
When you have talent, when you know how to write, when you know how to sing, when you know how to produce, and when you know how to go into the studio and engineer. It's a very simple thing to do.
No, I don't mean that way.
On the Billy Nichols record.
You can't afford to hire anyone else to help you do these things, and you do it yourself.
Okay.
On the Give Your Body Up to the Music, Billy Nichols record, Billy Nichols plays. He plays bass, he plays guitar on
I'm
there.
aware of that because he's also playing on my material.
Correct. So
that I'm
he's
singing on,
he's
which
sort
is
of a
his
modest
material.
fellow, but he's a genius. Most genius has that modesty about them, but I'm not modest. He's a genius.
Okay, Andre.
I'm happy to have you on the show today. As long as you're a genius, Billy, I'm happy to have you here, believe me, because if I ever wanted anyone to be on the show, it would be someone who is multi-talented.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you for having me on the show, Rena. I really appreciate it. You know, I mean, like, I want to say that, you know, because, well, you didn't have to have me on the show, right?
No, of course not. But, I mean, we're friends and we've worked together, and if we can't do this for each other, I don't know, you know, who will or who can, actually. So it's a multifaceted thing, and it's very rewarding. It's nice to be able to reach the public. I think that when originally I started in this media, I think that was my main goal, was to reach the public. I want to touch the people out there. For some reason, I don't know what prompted me to want that. Maybe it was being a singer myself, but I have to feel that I'm contributing to communications. And this is a fantastic outlet. Of course, teleprompter has given me that opportunity, which I'm grateful for.
That's good.
You know.
Hey, I see you're wearing my button.
Okay, I'm wearing your button. Give your body up to the music. It keeps sliding down here. And this is West End Record Industries. And I wonder if we should take time out to have everyone hear your hit, which is 45 on the disco charts.
Well,
and rising. It rose. Last week I looked at Billboard and it was 52, and no, it was 62. Then it was 52, and now it's 45. So listen, everyone.
That's great.